All right. Happy New Year to everybody out there. I figured we should kick off the new year and kind of, as we prepare for You Don't Know Nicotine to come out here in spring. Figured I should, I just got over the flu, and I wanted to reach out to you guys and have, a little bit of face-to-face conversation. And as I said in the post, start at the beginning. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Aaron Biebert. I'm the director of this little project we have going on here called You Don't Know Nicotine, which will be a feature-length film that's going to be launching this spring, and will be in some theaters and all that fun hoopla. Some people. One of the questions I get sometimes is like, why nicotine? Why did you get into that topic? And I think, it's a great story actually that began almost 10 years ago. As a young healthcare leader, in my 20s, I somehow got the job of running a 100-bed medical facility that primarily did like skilled nursing and rehab care. So. If you could picture that, that's kind of a crazy thing. We had a lot of very skilled, experienced nurses and other people, and I got the opportunity to lead those folks. And one of my first things that I noticed, coming from as a child of the 80s and 90s, the DARE program and all that kind of stuff, I saw that there was a lot of smoking going on there by actually not just the residents who were living there, but also the nurses. And I thought, in my passion for doing the right thing and being the best, what I was doing, I thought, we gotta ban smoking here. So, that was something that I pursued for a while. And, I was like, hey, just, the patches, we'll provide patches and gum. I thought that would be enough because it's just the nicotine, so let's give them nicotine in a better way. So 10 years ago, as you can imagine, that didn't go over very well for a variety of reasons. And, it ended up being kind of a big battle. My eyes were kind of open to a lot of these sort of things. In that same facility, we had a whole wing dedicated to folks who were suffering from Alzheimer's. And, I got to see a variety of people. One of the tougher parts of my professional life was seeing some people actually die, so died not only from Alzheimer's, but other things like lung cancer and stuff like that. We did a lot with folks at the end of their life. And so it's kind of easy to, start to see patterns, and so that kind of stuff has stuck with me for a long time. So that's kind of how it first began. Then, roughly 5 years later, we here comes this stat from the WHO saying that 1 billion people are projected to die from smoking. And so, as many of you probably know, we did that movie project called A Billion Lives that looked at smoking and then, some of the alternatives to smoking, and kind of just looked at that whole situation. Now roughly 5 years later, here we are, and nicotine is all over the news. I just, every day there's something going on. It's a major discussion, and, a lot of public health people are calling this an epidemic. So, so we decided to, late 2018, started to investigate this. Like, what's the deal with nicotine? Ever since when I was, 10 years ago, I was noticing that nicotine doesn't seem to be nicotine. Even when I started talking about this project with some folks in Hollywood, they were like, well, we already know that smoking is bad. And I said, well, what? Yeah, but I'm wondering about nicotine itself. Why do so many people want to use it when there are clearly so many people dying from smoking? Why do people keep using it? That's an interesting thing. And a lot of people say, well, all right, dummy, that's because it's addictive, and so, that something about it, I don't know. I've been really focusing lately a lot on like right brain thinking, and it's interesting. Sometimes that stuff's hard to verbalize, what your part of your brain is thinking, and how it maybe doesn't always match with what you're being told. And, there's just this stirring feeling that maybe there's something going on here with it. And so started to look at that and, do some interviews, and then, we kind of feel like, there's something here, we should make a film. And, that's when we got into the whole Kickstarter thing. So, after the medical thing, I decided to pursue my dream of becoming a professional storyteller. Yeah, that was something that I always told people when I retire, I'm going to make movies and TV shows and stuff like that. And after some of those experiences in the medical industry, which seemed like kind of a broken system, decided, yep, all right, now we got to do it. We're gonna get going on that. So this 2019 was the first year we ever really tried crowdfunding as a model for supporting storytelling, and big thanks again. I'll be eternally grateful for the 1,000 folks that decided to back the Kickstarter project for this film, and it's allowed us to carve out time from our professional work, and forgo that income to focus on this. And so a lot of folks involved. I think we're up to about 14 different people that have been working on this movie, and that funding goes a long way towards that. So yeah, big thanks on that. Kind of going also to that question of nicotine. I know publicly some of the biggest stuff we've done is relating to this sort of topic, and I think some people get the impression that's all I do is focus on nicotine related stuff, and actually that's not true at all. Actually, I've done almost our team has done almost 1,000 different pieces, and worked with folks, not just A Billion Lives, but we've done work with Applebee's, NCAA, Make-A-Wish, City Year, which is part of AmeriCorps. We made a short award-winning film about Thailand and cultures around the world, and then also one about Iceland and the need to be present when traveling, which is in the process of doing film festivals. Was a writer / producer on that one. Done a lot with music storytelling in the last couple of years. That's been something I've been passionate about. There's just something about music, that can get people stirred, and I've been doing a lot of work with N43 Records with that, and kind of helping with that whole situation there. And then you don't know nicotine. So it is something, though, because one of the things that makes this an important topic, and I'm not afraid of that, and I'm not ashamed of that, when you've got over 1 billion people projected to die from something, and there's potential solutions, that gets tricky. But then when you see all the news, it obviously is a pretty important topic, and it doesn't seem like people are listening to each other, So that's something where we've spent the last year really looking into that, and trying to, listen to both sides, all sides really, because there's not just two sides of this. There's many sides, from concerned parents to the teens themselves, to people that are currently using cigarettes, to people who have quit cigarettes, to government officials, to public health people, to elderly people. There's so many sides to this whole thing. So it's very complex, and it's been a very fascinating 2019. So so we're looking forward to more. I'm going to do a lot more of these things, just like with A Billion Lives. I really want to try to connect with you folks directly. Sometimes these posts we'll share posts with photos and behind the scenes stuff for sure. But I really wanted to try to make a connection here and explain some of these things ahead of time. We'll be doing a bunch of these things. So this is just kind of the first one. Wanted to kind of go back to the beginning. Happy to take any questions if anybody has anything. Feel free to type below, and we'll try to get back to you on that. But at the same time, we're going to have lots of opportunities to interact, and really looking forward to you guys seeing the movie. We worked hard on it, labor of love in a lot of ways, and a tough topic. So it hasn't been easy, and but we've met with a lot of fascinating people, gotten a lot of really interesting perspectives, and a lot of science. So, that's always the tricky thing with movies. People want to be entertained, but at the same time, we want to make sure people know the science behind what's going on, and, kind of give people a little insight into what different folks and different sides are thinking about this topic. So it's good. I'll get into more of that in future broadcasts, but just I would say hi, wish you guys a happy new year. I'm excited for this year. This is the year we've been waiting for all of 2019. And here it is, sure enough, here we go. So this is kind of the first stab at saying hi to you guys, and looking forward to a bunch of other interactions here in the near future. So if you want to get future broadcasts like this, first of all, I think you just got to like the page, but then also I think if you hover over the like button or nearby the like button, there's a little thing that you can kind of adjust notifications. Now, Facebook is the worst at showing people posts from things they care about. So, it usually goes with this algorithm where if you like or comment on a page, it'll show it to you more often, but also sometimes you just got to turn the notifications on so you get notified we're not going to do like 100 posts or anything like that a day or anything. So you shouldn't have to worry about the notifications. Also, we'll be sending emails out to people. I'm starting to get that stuff in high gear here again. So feel free to go to know.nicotine.com and sign up for emails. I don't send very many of them. I do actually send them myself. So you'll actually get a chance if you have any questions just to email back. And hopefully happy to respond to you guys. But we're excited about this. So if there's no questions or anything else, I'm gonna let you guys go. Just wanted to say hi, connect, and get the ball rolling here and start at the beginning. That's where our movie starts as well. So we'll talk to you guys later.